Zipline webinar series is brought to you by smartShift, the global leader in intelligent automation for SAP transformations.
Hey there, my name is Matt Roon. I'm the Director for Strategic Alliances at smartShift, and we're going to be spending a little bit of time today talking about how smartShift technologies and our automation platform can help accelerate and de-risk modernization and transformation programs for SAP customers going towards S4, to RISE, and how we work with the partner ecosystem to handle the custom code workstream. So, from a smartShift perspective, if you haven't heard from us, you're not alone. We've been doing this for more than 20 years and have had a really strong focus around using our intelligent automation platform to do the code remediation workstream associated with the types of large legacy, heavily customized SAP environment. Kind of from the inception, we've used automation versus a traditional manual-based initiative to handle the types of enterprise customers with tens of thousands of custom objects who are really struggling to handle the modernization requirements from a performance, compliance, stability, security associated with large-scale SAP transformation. We've kind of stayed in lockstep with SAP across the last 20 years, going all the way back to R3 4.6c. These days, we're very focused on not only transforming custom code associated with S/4HANA compliance, but also helping customers adapt to the new SAP, positioning around BTP, around microservices, around clean core requirements, and how these types of heavily customized environments can actually achieve those goals. Next. So if you think about the types of customers that would leverage smartShift, we're talking about the customers that use SAP as part of their core business process functionality, and the type of customers that have heavily customized environments that would be traditionally very difficult to manage with a manual-based, hands-on keyboard remediation approach. So companies like BMW, Procter & Gamble, Airbus, Nestle, John Deere, these are the type of customers who, when they look through their actual S4 program designs, understand that a manual-based initiative is not going to be sufficient. They also look at the way that automation can transform their system, doing more than the bare minimum, accelerating their time to value, de-risking the overall initiative, and really driving a much better both technical and business outcome of these types of systems. This is why companies like BMW, who are running a gargantuan S4HANA transformation program with an excess of 60 production S4 environments, are using smartShift as the exclusive custom code remediation provider. This is the value that smartShift brings to these types of heavily customized environments, and why automation is so important to drive these types of initiatives. Now, when it comes to a partner engagement model, smartShift does the custom code workstream, and we do the custom code workstream extraordinarily well. But we formally and very clearly recognize that the custom code workstream is only one of the several key pillars associated with the actual successful delivery of one of these types of initiatives. We go to the next slide. Now, the way that this works is smartShift covers the custom code aspects, but you, the partner, or SAP, or the end customer themselves, are going to be able to take full responsibility and autonomy about how to manage the rest of the required work streams. So everything to do with the data conversion, data archiving, infrastructure procurement, any functional remediation, strategic functional development, all of those aspects are outside of our purview, and we don't have any designs to take them over. We use our automation to handle the heavily manual intensive, traditionally custom code aspect, using our platform to dramatically accelerate and de-risk that delivery. Now, you as a partner get the benefit of a very streamlined fixed time, fixed price engagement methodology coming out of smartShift with SLA-backed guaranteed outcomes. And we get to use our automation platform to do far more than the bare minimum. A traditional approach, driven by SAP or other types of, automated analysis tooling, will help identify P1 compliance types of issues, but they won't be able to do the automated remediation, and they won't be able to cover all of the other aspects that are really important to ensure that once you actually go live on S4, you're going to have a high performing, stable, and great platform to iteratively improve going forward. These types of customers that SmartShift work with recognize that they developed custom code from a differentiated reason, but they also recognize they don't need all that code going forward. So the identification of what is potentially going to be utilized in the future, what could be deprecated, will give these customers the best possible platform to go through future release upgrades, to start adopting clean core methodology without having to drag along 20 years of legacy technical debt and all the complexities and costs that come with modernizing, supporting, and maintaining that in perpetuity going forward. Now, from the next slide perspective, we'll talk through from a solution continuum exactly kind of how SmartShift looks at these types of initiatives. We start by taking an in-depth code analysis of the actual custom code footprint from a customer system. It's a very lightweight lift. It doesn't touch any customer data, and it starts to inform the rest of what SmartShift can bring to the table. So depending on where the customer is in their S/4HANA journey, where they are from a maturity perspective, we can start to look at, is there any low-hanging fruit from a legacy technical debt perspective, whether that's a Unicode enablement or a Suite on HANA database conversion if they have some legacy infrastructure. We can start to look at those immediately in advance of S4 to de-risk and accelerate that future initiative. When it comes to the S4 transformation itself, we can take pretty much any size system and do the full conversion in 6 weeks or less per transformation run. For many of the customers we work with, that 6 week is compared against their traditional manual-based estimates, which are sometimes well in excess of 6 months. That 6-month duration, if you were to go that way, would dramatically increase the amount of dual maintenance management that would be required to support the system, as well as the issues that you'd have to deal with from the business perspective about pushing through ongoing functional developments and other initiatives. By dramatically shortening the amount of time required to the custom code remediation by our automation platform, we're able to dramatically accelerate that time to value and enable the business to continue to, basically develop and improve at pace. No one has to tell them they can't do what they need to do to support their requirements because of an IT initiative. As we get through the actual transformation, one of SmartShift's real key differentiators is the ability to automate the dual maintenance management process. When we're looking at these types of initiatives, especially for large enterprise companies with phased S/4HANA go lives, maybe aligned with different business units and different requirements, they have an extensive amount of dual maintenance management that has to reconcile their existing live production track and the S/4HANA development track. That gets very tricky once you start adding in complexities associated with the S/4HANA application and Suite on HANA database layer changes. Very difficult to manage from a manual-based perspective. Many customers, if they don't use SmartShift's automation, have to go back to their business and say, hey, you have ongoing developments and functional requirements that are going to have to wait until after S/4HANA go live because we can't handle that level of change volume. With SmartShift, that's not an issue. This is why some of these large enterprise customers have flat out said without SmartShift's capabilities and automation platform, they would not be able to deliver the S4 program in a way that would fulfill both business and IT requirements. It's a huge differentiating factor. As we get through the S4 program itself, we start to look towards the future. Future is going to be clean core realization, reducing reliance on unnecessary customizations, and kind of working towards that clean core principle. For heavily customized enterprise customers today, that is a pretty tall order to achieve. It's a nice aspirational goal, but it's very complex to look at how to get there from the perspective of your differentiated custom code, which runs your business today. You can't throw that out willy-nilly. SmartShift has the ability to start analyzing your existing custom code footprint towards a view towards around clean core realization. This is how we can start to look at whether or not custom code is closely or loosely coupled to core SAP functionality, as well as what the potential realization methodology would look like, whether that's embedded steampunk, in-app extensibility, or BTP. All are viable utilizing SmartShift's automation platform. So if you want to start working with SmartShift, how exactly does this get going? Every engagement really here starts with an analysis from the next slide perspective. This is the SmartShift's ability to take a very rapid extract from your system, run it through SmartShift's patented intelligent automation platform, which then informs with a great degree of granular detail everything that should be changed as part of any S4 modernization program, as well as everything else that automation can provide across SmartShift's more than 250 individual rules. All of that can be delivered as part of a fixed time, fixed price, SLA backed methodology, which gives customers and partners the confidence that this isn't going to come back with large amounts of CRs. This isn't going to come back with extra cost or timeline overruns, greatly de-risking the overall program and putting any risk solely on the shoulders of SmartShift to ensure that we deliver the solution outcome that is necessary to drive this engagement. Finally, from a key takeaways perspective, SmartShift is the only company with this patented automation technology that delivers the fixed time, fixed priced remediation from the next slide. The value that this drives for the types of customers that we're looking at is it removes custom code as a barrier to these types of migrations and dramatically accelerates their adoption and their capabilities when it comes to S4 and other large transformation programs. We'd love to have further conversations with you if you have customers that you're pursuing that have a large unmet custom code footprint, as well as any customers that are looking at doing something with an automation-based platform to resolve these types of issues, to again accelerate and de-risk these programs and drive much better customer outcomes. I hope today's session was informative, and we look forward to hearing from you for your opportunities where SmartShift could get involved. Thank you.
The Zipline webinar series is brought to you by smartShift, the global leader in intelligent automation for SAP transformations.